going on, everybody? Zyonik here, and in today's video we get into some more Go Battle League battles. We're at rank 9, about 2600 MMR, 2625 I believe exactly when we started this. And we're bringing a team that doesn't have Registeel, doesn't have Azumarill, doesn't have legendaries, and this team, I honestly love it. It's fantastic at countering the meta, and it's great when the opponent brings nothing but the hyper meta. So as you guys can see here, we have a great league. He decides to swap into Azumarill, so we're instantly going into Wigglytuff. Now, the reason why I swapped so quickly right there is Wigglytuff really can't do a lot to Registeel. Registeel is going to be a super hard counter, so I instantly brought in the Wigglytuff because I can't have it in the back as a liability. Plus, I still have Vigoroth, so we have Wigglytuff here against the Azumarill. Now, I am going to invest one shield right here. I do want to win switch advantage, and I also want to take away health right here or get his shield. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Play Rough. It's going to be a little better than going for Ice Beam right here. We do get a shield, and thankfully we're actually going to be able to finish off with fast moves alone. Charm does quite a bit of damage, and Wigglytuff is very tanky, so we're able to win that right there. So basically, we're resetting the fight. We're coming back in with Alolan Marowak. I'm instantly going to go for Bone Club right here. I want to put some pressure on his shields, plus Bone Club still does super effective damage, and we do get his final shield, which is fantastic right here. Now, I don't need a shield on my Alolan Marowak versus this Registeel. All the moves are going to be resisted, Focus Blast, Flash Cannon, what have you. Now, he's going to swap into Shift Tree. So I tried to swap right there, but it didn't. Now, he is getting off a charge move, and this was way too quick to be foul play. This is definitely a Leaf Blade. And then we try to switch, and then a charge move decides to go through. So, a little weird there. I definitely wanted to just go straight into Vigoroth versus this Shift Tree, because we're going to be able to counter him down. It's going to be very weak to fighting type moves. And then the Registeel is in the back, and we have shield advantage, so we should be able to win this just fine. But my opponent decides to surrender right here. So that is going to be a good first battle. Now, we're getting into game 2. And I really love this team, guys. My IVs aren't the best, as you guys can see here when it comes to PvP IVs. They're not the best, but this team does work against the meta. So we have Alolan Marowak versus Defense Form Deoxys on the lead. I'm okay with this. We do have to watch out for Rock Slide from my opponent, but we have Shadow Ball, which will do a ton of damage to Defense Form Deoxys because it is a Psychic type. So we're going to go ahead and respect the Rock Slide, but they use a Thunderbolt, and then they decide to swap, and they swap into Clefable, so I instead decide to go for Shadow Ball right here. And then we are going to swap into Wigglytuff ourselves. The Shadow Ball does go through, which is really nice for us. So we're going to swap in, Charm down the Clefable right there. So this is going to be pretty good for us. Now the Defense Form Deoxys is going to be coming back in. So we're going to try to get to an Ice Beam if we can before he gets to another charge move, which we do. I really want to pressure shields right now. Alolan Marowak does well when shields are down. So we're hoping to get one shield right here, which we do, and they use a charge move right here. So we're going to let our Wigglytuff go down. It did its job, took out the Clefable pretty quick. And then the Thunderbolt's going to be coming through. So now it makes me think maybe my opponent only has Thunderbolt. It's a complete possibility. It's quite expensive to unlock Defense Form Deoxys. And then we see a swap, I believe. Yeah, we do see a swap into Altaria. So we're going to go ahead and go into Vigoroth right here. Now, the goal in this fight right here is to not shield on Vigoroth, and I want to try to get off 2 to 3 body slams, one of which I hope gets a shield because my Shadow Ball should be able to finish off the Altaria if it goes unshielded, but I really want to get a shield. So this first body slam does get a shield, which is fantastic. So now my goal is to get to one more body slam before they get to a sky attack. This will put the Altaria at KO range for Shadow Ball, and they're gonna have to use some energy right here to finish me off. Now they could have opted to go straight Dragon Breath down. I think that would have been a better option. Jeez, I can speak today. It's okay, guys. But as we see, I come straight in, go straight for Shadow Ball, because I still have a shield in the back to protect myself from Defense Form Deoxys' Rock Slide if it does have it. And I could go for Bone Club right here, but I decided to go for Shadow Ball just to make sure, just to finish off. So that is going to be a good game 2 there. So yeah, I think my opponent could have farmed me down and then forced a shield on my Alolan Marowak instead. That might have been a little bit better. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and get into game 3 here. We catch a Skarmory on the lead. Now, this is an okay matchup for us. Fire Spin's going to do quite a bit of damage. Sky Attack's going to be doing some nice neutral damage, though, so this isn't too great. Now we are going to see the Sky Attack come through right here. I believe I decide not to shield. I want to hold it, and then I see my opponent swap, so I'm instantly going to go into Wigglytuff now. Like we saw earlier, Wigglytuff can go toe-to-toe with Azumarill, and as long as I basically shield one of these moves, we should be okay, because what I can do is pressure a lot of health with Charm like we are right here, and I can also pressure shields before they get to another charge move right here. So I can get a shield, and if I want to maintain the switch advantage, thinking maybe this is a Hydro Pump, I could shield again and just completely farm down. But they get off another charge move. Now I'm thinking this is going to be a Hydro Pump, so I go ahead and shield, and it is, which is fantastic for us. And now we can farm down. This is going to be really nice. And remember, the Skarmory just used a Sky Attack, so it doesn't have any energy right now. So what we're hoping to do is race to the Ice Beam. The Ice Beam is going to do some nice neutral damage to Skarmory because it is a Steel Flying type. So hopefully we can get a shield right here, which would be really great. And then we're going to swap instantly to Alolan Marowak and go straight for the Shadow Ball. This is like one of the deadliest offensive swaps when your opponent may not be ready, and the Shadow Ball is going to be cleanly finishing off the Skarmory. And then my opponent has Defense Form Deoxys in the back, which we have a Shadow Ball for. This will be doing tons of super effective damage. All shields are down. So we're sitting really, really good. And then my opponent decides to surrender right here. So really good battle right there. But Alolan Marowak just making people surrender. It's so good in the Great League, guys. Now we're up against Mr. Shinx, so shout out to him. He tagged me on Twitter. This was a really good battle. He won lead, and we just tried to fight our way back the whole game. So Azumarill versus Alolan Marowak on the lead. This is not good for us. We're going to instantly go into Vigoroth. Vigoroth is a nice safe switch for us because it can apply a lot of pressure with Body Slam spam. Now we're up against a Tropius, and this is a Razor Leaf Tropius, so Razor Leaf is going to be absolutely shredding us right now. So hopefully we can get off enough Body Slams to apply some pressure to health and shields. I want to try to get 3, and I would really love to get a shield if we can. But my opponent is going to be getting to a charge move right here. Now, I think I could have opted right here to shield and go for another Body Slam because I want one of his shields down. Alolan Marowak is good when shields are down, but when shields are not down, he has to use his energy in order to get shields. So we're going to commit to the farm down right here. I'm fully expecting Azumarill to come back in, and I'm guessing he has Registeel in the back. So we got to play this carefully. We're going to go for Shadow Ball. I'm hoping that he thinks this is a shield bait, and then we're going to go right into Wigglytuff right here. Or I'm going to try to. No, I decided to farm a little bit of energy and then shield, just in case it was a Hydro Pump. It was an Ice Beam. And now we're going to swap into Wigglytuff, and I think that was another error. I think I should have swapped right away. Now I know there's a Registeel lurking in the back. It's just the feeling I have, and sure enough, Registeel does come out, a shiny one at that, so really awesome that he has that. Now we're going to go ahead and not shield right here. What I need to do is try to get enough energy on my Alolan Marowak to try to finish out this game. Now, I don't farm this successfully, Registeel still takes a little while to get to charge moves, and he just used one. So what I should have done right here is completely farm down, I think, from this health, because I could have successfully shielded one of his charge moves, and then basically farmed him down with Fire Spin and had enough energy for Azumarill in the back, which I didn't. So I shield right here, and then we farm down from this point. So we are going to get a decent amount of energy, but not enough to get off 3 Bone Clubs in a row to be able to finish off the Azumarill. So we're going to be able to get 1 right here. This will definitely be pressuring the shield. So we do get 1 shield, and then we are going to be able to get to another, which is where I said right there I should have gone for a more dedicated farm down to be able to get off 3 Bone Clubs instead of 2, and then we could have possibly won that right there, but that was a really good battle. Now we're going to move into Game 5 here. So we're currently 3-1 in this set, and we are Alolan Marowak versus Registeel. So another great catch, which is why I love this team. It catches those meta Pokemon we're going to see, and we see the swap into Altaria, and this is... it's game over. Like, I have such good counters to his team right now that there's really not a lot he can do. My Wigglytuff Charm does tons of super effective damage to Altaria right here, and we just can completely farm down. Now, I fully expect the Registeel to be coming back in, so we're going to try to get to a play rough if we can. So the Registeel does come back in. We're going to go ahead and go for Play Rough right here. This will be resisted because of the steel typing, but it should do enough chip damage to help us out, so it does a decent amount. And then he's going to have to use a charge move to finish us off, which is great for us. We're going to go ahead and let our Wigglytuff go down. It did its job. It took out the Altaria, probably the biggest threat to our Alolan Marowak, but he does a great job of undercharging right there, where he probably only did a nice when it comes to Flash Cannon, so that he could farm more energy. So really great play by my opponent. Now we go for Bone Club, and he makes a fantastic swap into an Azumarill right here. So really great swap by my opponent, but now we can swap into Vigoroth. And Vigoroth will be able to basically outpace the Azumarill right here when it comes to charge moves. Body Slam Spam is going to be doing some really nice neutral damage versus the Azumarill. So we do get one shield, which is great for us. Now we're expecting an Ice Beam to come in right here, so we're going to go ahead and shield. There's no reason why I shouldn't be shielding on my Vigoroth right here. I don't need to shield on my Alolan Marowak when it comes to the Registeel, and I should definitely be trying to get as much health away from this Azumarill as I can. So we're going to go for another Body Slam right here. Now I'm noticing the switch timer is starting to come back up, and I'm guessing my opponent is going to try to make a swap. That's the read I have, and we have 2 shields down, which is great for us. So we're going to go ahead and shield right here, and now I'm fully expecting my opponent to swap, so I'm going to try to swap as well, I believe. No, okay, he does a great swap right there and do a charge move. But this is actually perfect for us because look at the amount of health that Registeel has. It's a perfect amount for us to be able to farm down for energy and then be able to beat the Azumarill to the charge move, basically. So Flash Cannon won't be doing a lot. We're going to resist it. We're that fire typing. We can farm down, and basically we're 1 fire spin away from a Shadow Ball, and this Shadow Ball will be finishing off the Azumarill because all shields are down. So that's going to be a great game 5. So some really awesome battles today. This team, I love it so much. I love not bringing Azumarill and Registeel. So yeah, we went 4-1, climbed a bit of ranking, getting close to 2,700. It's definitely a grind out here. I started out at 2,200 MMR and have climbed up to 27. What a throw, Zyonik. That was a great throw. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Have to climb about 500 ratings so far, so we're getting close to 3,000. Not too close, but it's still a ways away, but hopefully we can get there by the end of Season 1. So let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing. If you guys enjoy this team, I think it's definitely worth investing in and running. It's very cheap. They're not legendaries, and you guys can easily get these Pokemon. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.